Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Susan's Just Making It. I'm Susan, and as always, I'm here making stuff, messes, chaos, and just trying to make it through life. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time watching, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's doing amazing today. Today's video is part of a multi-channel collab. Yay! If you like today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, everybody. It's right down here, and it only takes a second, and it really helps my channel. So I'm going to tell you who all is in the collab, and then I will tell you a little bit about the collab and then jump into my video. So today's collab is with my channel, Susan's Just Making It, and then Connie from up north, who is our wonderful, beautiful hostess. And then we have Jen from Jen's HangOut, and she's the one that put our playlists together, which you'll see down in the description box. So you can just click on that and follow all the channels and see what everyone decided to do for today's collab. Then we have the beautiful Shannon Carroll, and then we have Bonnie from Bonnie's Bargains, Lori Latimer, Kim's A Little of Alot, Bootsy on the Beat, Barbara's Beauty Bag, Alice Lynn, I Love Being a Grammy, and Alma Tyser. So this is an 11-channel collab, and in this collab, Connie challenged all of us to tackle a cleaning and or organizing task and share it with you guys to give you some tips and encouragement on, tackling a project that you may have as well. So in some of the videos, there may be giveaways. I'm not sure who else is doing a giveaway and who's not. I will be doing a giveaway, and you'll have to wait until toward the end of the video, and I will tell you what I'm giving away and how to go about entering if you're interested. To be eligible for my giveaway, of course, you'll have to be publicly subscribed to all 11 channels in the collab that I just went over. And again, there will be a playlist down in the description box for you to follow along. So what I decided to do for this video, some of the channels, they're going to be concentrating on a certain area to declutter or organize. Some of them are doing their filming area, their makeup area, their car, just a certain area. I wanted to do a little bit of a different take on that. I wanted to share some organizing tips with everyone. And to get organized, sometimes people get overwhelmed thinking they have to go out and spend a lot of money running to the Container Store or to Walmart or Target or whatever to buy a whole bunch of organizers and things like that. And I'm going to show you some tips on how you can get organized on a very small budget. Most of my tips will be used with upcycled materials or things you can get readily and very affordably at like the Dollar Tree or a dollar store, or even if you go to Walmart or something, it's going to be really, really inexpensive, because I think that a lot of people hesitate to get organized because they think there's going to be a lot of money involved. And one tip I want to share right off the bat is, if you have a huge area to tackle, do it in very little pieces, very little bites, because sometimes I think people get overwhelmed with the task of organizing because they try to tackle such a huge project at once, and then there's a sense of failure if they're not able to complete it. So instead of organizing a whole room, maybe pick one little area one day and then go back in another area so it's not so overwhelming. That's just something I think works better for a lot of people. Now, I tried to break this down into like little sections to make it a little bit easier to follow. There's going to be some stuff that is more universal, but I just tried to organize my thoughts a little bit. Some I'm only going to be able to tell you about because I don't have the particular things in practice, and what I can show you, I'll try to kind of show you. So first of all, I do have note cards so I don't leave anything out and I can remember everything I want to share. First of all, I'm going to share some general organizing tips. I'm going to go over upcycled type of containers or stuff that you may already have or can readily get, and a few ways to use them in organizing. One of them is, and I tried to gather stuff together. Excuse me if I bend down because I have stuff by me, but some of it's lower down toward the floor. So I'm just going to grab some of these so I can show you. So one thing I use for organizing are pencil boxes. You can find these at the Dollar Tree, you can find them at Family Dollar, Walmart, everywhere. Especially around back to school time, once a few weeks after kids have gone in back to school, you can find them really cheap, 50 cents. Some places they even mark them down to like 25 or 10 cents just to get them out. But even all year round, you can find them at the Dollar Tree. So these are a wonderful size to organize a ton of stuff. Plus, they usually stack. You can put pens and pencils. You can put cosmetics. You can use them under your bathroom sink for like sanitary products. You can make a little first aid kit in here. You can put smaller toys for kids in here, like their crayons and markers, and that goes for crafters too. There's just so much you can do for them. I think a lot of people overlook them as just being something for school supplies for kids, but these are a really nice size. Like I said, they're stackable. Because they're plastic, they're easy to wipe off. They keep dust off stuff. Grab some of these. You can use them in every room of your house, and you're paying approximately $1 for them. And they come in all different colors if you want to color coordinate. Pencil boxes. A lot of people overlook them. Another thing that I use a lot, because they're free basically, is your takeout containers from like Chinese restaurants and a lot of other restaurants that do the little takeouts. I have these everywhere in my house, using them for organizing, and I didn't have to spend any money. It's just whenever we order Chinese, I make everybody stack them by the sink, I wash them, and I reuse them. I have one with pens in it, one with pencils in it. I have them, I can't even mention everything that's in them. I use these everywhere, and again, these stack too. And if you don't want to pay for the pencil boxes, but you order Chinese, there you go. Same type of thing. You can use them everywhere for everything, and they're free. Another thing I use is these are what a lot of the lunch meat comes in at Walmart, the Great Value brand, and I think Hillshire Farms has them, and I think they're red lid. But all I do is the labels on there with just some little sticky glue dots, peel it off, wash it. Same concept, but a little bit of a different size. Another thing these are great for is if you pack lunches and maybe a plastic sandwich bag isn't sturdy enough, a sandwich fits in there perfectly. And another thing that these are great for, holidays, like if you do a big dinner on Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, and people want to take home leftovers, if they take these and you don't get them back, you're not out anything, instead of using your good plastic dishes. So that's another thing I use for organizing. And then things like this. Like I said, excuse my reach out of the camera range. Frosting tubs. If you bake cakes, take your label off, wash them. The little bit of adhesive comes off pretty quick. This is from cotton swabs. I think I buy these at the Family Dollar. Sometimes the Dollar Tree might have them. Your cotton swabs in them. Again, soak the label off. You can use these for a lot of stuff too. And they're free because you bought the frosting anyway, you bought the cotton swabs anyway. Clean the containers and reuse them. You can put your bullet lipsticks in them. You can reuse them for, you can have your original with cotton swabs. The other one can have your cotton balls, your cotton rounds. You can just use them for a ton of stuff. And again, these are good for like if you want to travel, like if you camp or something like that, to put like maybe your condiments in, like your sugar and things like that if you drink coffee. If you lose it, you're not out any money. So there's a couple other things that I use for organizing. Let me see what else is on my list here. Another couple things that are upcycled and basically free. If you buy the drink mix packets. Now this happens to be from the Walmart Great Value drink mixes where you make your pitcher of juice, or like Crystal Light. Use these for a ton of things. Again, pens and pencils, your eye and lip liners. I have one I even have actually that have tea light candles in them where the package ripped or whatever, and they fit nicely in here. I've seen where people use them in the kitchen. They'll put like a stack of crackers, like the Townhouse crackers, down in here once they're open to keep them from getting stale. A block of cheese will fit in here. You can use them for everything. I use these a lot too, even for things like anything small, buttons, spools of thread, like the little spools of thread. Just, they're very handy, and they're a nice size to just tuck wherever. And free because they're upcycled. Another thing I use a lot is I chew a lot of gum, and I get the bigger packs that come in the little plastic things. And I know Q-tips sometimes come in something similar to this. I have these all over the house too, because I chew a lot of gum. I keep them all. They are great for anything. Like if you have extra, like if you keep any of your expired ID cards or anything like that, they fit in here nicely. If you want to take crayons for a child, you can put just a handful in here. I use them for like nail clippers and emery boards. I use them for different crafting things. They're good for buttons, just anything you can think of. And I saw this idea online and I thought it was genius. If you have a family and everybody has maybe different kinds of phones so that not everybody uses the same type of charger, you can take these, you can label them with each of your family members' name on top and put their backup cord in here, so if they lose their cord or it gets damaged, and then they have a little box and they just stack them in there, and that way if you lose your cord, you go in, you find your name, and you have your spare charger cord. But like I said, you can use these for everything, and if you buy gum anyway, they're free. Basically, my whole idea with this is before you throw something in the garbage or the recycle bin, I'm not asking you to keep all of your garbage by any means, but before you throw something away, try to look at it in a different light. Like, can I wash that and use that for organizing? It saves a lot of money than instead of thinking you have to run to the store and buy specific containers to organize with. Start thinking about things you already have at home, and a lot of packaging now can be upcycled. It keeps it out of the landfill and it saves you money, basically. Another thing I like to use are, I don't have it here, I didn't grab it from the bathroom, but if you burn candles, those glass candle jars, take the wax out, nice hot soapy water, and reuse them. I have one in my bathroom right now with cotton balls. You can use it for your Q-tips, your cotton balls, your cotton rounds. You can use it for like maybe some smaller cosmetic items. Again, you know, throw them in there. If you have house guests, take one and throw some samples in there and put it in the guest bathroom. You can use it for just about anything. They're nice jars. And again, instead of throwing them in the recycle bin, wash them and use them. You know, even for you can use them as smaller canisters even in your kitchen, you know, if you don't want your bigger regular size canisters, a little bit of a smaller size. So it's just thinking outside the box again. And people that burn candles, you can accumulate a lot of candle jars. And for that matter, if you know somebody who makes candles, they'd be more than thrilled to get your washed out candle jars so they can reuse them for candles. Let's see. Also, here's another thing, not free, but inexpensive that you can pick up usually for about $1 at Walmart, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, any Dollar General, any discount stores. Travel soap dishes. This one's empty, but these are a great size too. They're really good for anything that you need a small container to keep together. I have one of these in my junk drawer with like just odd, just random weird things that are small that I don't want lost in a whole drawer. I'll keep like the charger cords for smaller things like MP3 players and earbuds and stuff like that. They fit in here nice. Again, like maybe a little sewing kit can go in here. If you're traveling, like a travel toothbrush with a little tiny toothpaste. A lot of ideas. Just think outside the box. But they're only $1 and they're a nice little size for just the little tiny stuff that can get lost somewhere else. It kind of keeps it in a small container. Another thing people overlook, travel toothbrush holders. You can use, first of all, you can use these in your purse. If you carry a couple pens with you, if you slip them in here and slip this in your purse, first of all, it's going to be easier to find this than a pen. Not only that, if you have a problem with like a pen leaking, if you have a nice purse, you don't want ink all over the inside of your purse. And or if you have the click pens and you don't want one to accidentally click and then you have like pen marks in the purse, this is a great alternative. Like I said, it's much easier to find than just a pen. This one I happen to, you know, because I bought these, it just happened to work out this way. I had just bought these at the store the other day and I was buying this at the same time, so that they didn't get dropped down in the cart, the wire part of the cart, I just put them in here so they wouldn't fall down in the cart, and then when I got to the register I took them out and paid for them. But here's another idea. If you're traveling, You know, get one for your toothbrush, and then get one for like your lip liner, eyeliners, whatever. Then they'll won't get all lost on the bottom of your suitcase or your cosmetic bag or whatever. Just a thought. Let's see what else. Also, some things you might overlook. Flower pots. If you have extra flower pots that you're not using, like ceramic or even plastic flower pots, you can use them for anything. Again, you can use those for pens and pencils. You can use them for makeup brushes. You can use them for all your makeup pencils. You can use them for scissors. You can use them for like random tools, like crafting tools. You can use them in the kitchen as a crock for your utensils. Don't overlook extra flower pots if you have extra ones after you've already planted your flowers, or if you have a plant that died but you still want to display the flower pot. They can be used for a ton of things. Another thing that can be used that people sometimes overlook, if you are on any type of medications, your leftover pill bottles, again, little things like if you go camping or something, put your toothpicks in there. If you go camping, put your wooden matches in there, and then cut a piece of sandpaper for the top, then you got your striker plate. It's great for like buttons, safety pins, sewing pins, thumbtacks, paper clips. If you get meds anyway, and I mean, obviously you can't keep all of them if you get medication on a regular basis, or you'll have 5,000 of these, but they do come in handy for like little odds and ends that would get lost in the shuffle otherwise. So that's another thing, and it's free. Let's see what else I have in here. Couple other things that are going to be great if you're trying to organize, and again, without spending money. If you have shoe boxes or any other small cardboard boxes, like the ramen noodles, if you buy them by the pack, the 12 pack, those boxes are a nice size. A cardboard shoe box, you know, you can buy, you know, go to the store and buy like the plastic organizing boxes, but again, you're spending money. If you don't want to spend the money, take those shoe boxes. If they're too ugly and you want them to look a little nicer because they're going to be out in a common area, throw some contact paper on them. I've even seen where you can go to the Dollar Tree and buy like the nautical rope or the jute rope and hot glue it around there just to disguise the way it looks. I would go a step above and sew like a basket liner to put in there. But I mean, everybody's got shoe boxes kicking around, or small, like if you get giveaways from YouTube and they come in a smaller box, there's a cardboard box. Reuse them before you break them down and put them out for recycling. And another thing, if you're trying to organize, baskets are your best friend, and they're pretty. They're decorative, and you can use them for organizing. So baskets are a win-win. Let's see. Another thing. Let me see. I have to bend down, so you gotta excuse me. I have 3 packs. I bought these on Amazon. If I think about it, I'll try to put some links down in the description box to make it easier for you to find these. Chalkboard labels. But you can find them at the Dollar Tree. Of course, the packs are a little bit smaller. I think these on average I paid $6, $7, $8 for pack, but you can find the smaller packs at the Dollar Tree. The reason I like these is because you can also buy like the little chalkboard markers, or even use regular chalk. If you use a jar or a box or a container for something, and then when it's empty you want to use it for something else, instead of having to like scribble out a marker, a label that you put pen on, you just erase it and write your new thing. You can reuse the label, you can reuse the container, so it stretches stuff. And I'm a big thing on reusing glass jars, because you buy spaghetti sauce, you buy jelly, and all that stuff. To step this up a bit more, clean that jar, take the label off, paint the lid with chalkboard paint. Now it comes in spray paint, and it comes with paint that you can get in the little acrylic bottles. Paint the top, then you can label on, write with a chalkboard marker on the top, and then throw one of these labels on the side. Then you can label the sides. You can use it for like spices and all kinds of stuff. So that's just a way to upcycle something. But if you're trying to organize, these chalkboard labels are priceless, because like I said, you can erase them and use them over and over and over, and they do peel off stuff pretty easily if you're gonna throw that container away but want to save the label, if you want to go a step further and save another couple pennies. So another thing that's free but very useful is everybody uses toilet paper. Okay, you can't tell me you don't use toilet paper. Save the toilet paper rolls. You have enough of them on hand. I don't save all of them. You'll have a bazillion toilet paper rolls. But this is what I use them for. All these cords, extension cords, happens to be a cord. These happen to be cords to my Cricut. You know, I put printer cords, just all these random cords. I know there's people out there that have like 1,000 cords all tangled up in a box or a bag somewhere. You know, just fold them up a little bit, throw them in a toilet paper tube. If you want to get fancy, you can take a box and set them all up like this in it, or just set them this way in another box. But it saves on a lot of tangled cords. So there's another tip. And the toilet paper rolls are free. Everybody throws them away. You know, you're going to use toilet paper, just save a few rolls, put some cords in them, done. Another tip for like controlling your cords, if you want to get fancier and you don't want to use toilet paper rolls, is the plastic eyeglass cases. A lot of people will put roll up the cords and put them in those as well. But I find that this accommodates a longer or a thicker cord. Another thing would be, and on this same page, zip ties. Zip ties are your friend. You know, if you aren't going to use the cord for a while, go ahead and zip tie them. You can buy a whole bag of zip ties at the Dollar Tree. And also, if you have a desk with a lot of electronics and you have cords all over, or an entertainment area where you have the TV and other electronics, wind your cord up a little bit, leave enough length to go, you know, from the cord to your electronic, and then on this side to go to the plug. But all that extra, you have this long cord, wind some up in the middle and throw a zip tie on it, and you'll cut down on that spaghetti, you know, that you have going on. Another thing that I use a lot are, you can get these at the Dollar Tree. Here they're called book rings, or you can find them, they'll say binder rings. This is a pack of 10 that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. One thing I use them for is all these loyalty cards that you have for all the different stores and everything. I take a hole punch it up in the corner. Like, these are the key ring ones that already have a hole in it. But I just do a hole punch it up in the corner, throw them on a binder ring, throw it in my purse. I don't have to dig through my wallet. I just grab this, and all my cards are in one spot. So that's one thing. Another thing to help declutter your purse with these is if you have longer hair and you have hair ties. Instead of digging to the bottom of your purse to find a hair tie when you're out, and you go out like this, but it's too hot or the hair is in your way and you want to tie it up, take a binder ring, put 2 or 3 hair ties on it, and put this in a pocket in your purse. It's much easier than finding an individual tie at the bottom of your purse. If you're a crafter, I've also seen where, now when I sew, I wind a few bobbins at a time because I don't want to stop in the middle of sewing, wind a bobbin, rethread my machine. So I'll do like 2 or 3 ahead of time so I don't have to keep stopping. I can just throw another bobbin in the machine. You can also, put 2 or 3 bobbins of thread on one of these, and keep with your sewing project. Just an idea. Another thing that comes in handy with general organizing or odd mugs. You go on vacation, you buy a mug to celebrate, to wherever you were. Somebody gifts you a mug. Before you know it, you have a whole cupboard full of all these odds and ends mugs. Again, pens and pencils, makeup brushes, your makeup liners, stuff like that. The same, instead of buying like pencil cups or makeup brush holders and stuff like that, if you have an old mug, and especially if it's one you really like looking at all the time, what's better? Put it on your makeup table, put it on your desk, and you can appreciate it while it's holding something. Another idea is if you are into succulents or other plants or your seedlings, plant them in a mug. Succulents really don't need a lot of drainage as long as you don't overwater them. Throw one in a mug. It's pretty and functional again. Another thing, Lazy Susans. Never pass up on a Lazy Susan on sale or clearance or at a thrift store or at a flea market or yard sale. You can use them for everything. They are an organizer's best friend. Okay? You can use them in the bathroom. I have a couple in my bathroom with my body sprays on them. Yes, I'm a body spray junkie. I have 2 of them full of body sprays. You can also use them for like all your skincare bottles. I have a 2-tiered one that has all my skincare stuff, my toners, my cleansers, you know, my serums, all that stuff. And also just for general toiletries, like if you want to just put one with all your random toiletries that you would usually have all over your bathroom counter. It cuts down on space, keeps them all like one spot, not scattered. And if you share a bathroom with someone else, like if you have the 2 sinks, one for each person for all their toiletries, deodorants, and all that stuff. Also, they come in handy in the kitchen. You can throw them in the kitchen cabinet. They can hold spices. They can hold condiments. Instead of reaching way over stuff or moving stuff out from in front to get to it, just spin that Lazy Susan around. Much easier. I also use them in the refrigerator. I have one in my refrigerator that I have drinks in. Like if you have a few people in the household and you have one drink's beer, one drink soda, you got the kids drink juices. Again, instead of having the whole shelf where everybody's digging to get to their drink, put a couple of each in the Lazy Susan. All they need to do is spin it to find what they want to drink. Also, you can use it in the refrigerator for your condiments. If you don't have a lot of room on your refrigerator door for your ketchup and mustard and all that stuff, throw it on a Lazy Susan. Another thing with Lazy Susans is I already touched on, like in the makeup room, for stuff. I also have a small one that I have like all my fragrances on, like my perfumes and stuff. Another thing is for craft supplies. Now this is just looking real quick. If you get like the single tiered ones, if you want to use it like on your makeup table, put the holders that you have your makeup brushes in, the holders that you have your liner pencils in, and stuff like that. Throw them on a Lazy Susan. That way you can spin it around to get what you want. It's much easier than the reaching thing. Another thing is if you're a crafter, take your flower pots, your mugs, whatever you have your supplies in, throw a handful of them on a Lazy Susan. You can put paintbrushes in one, scissors in one, colored pencils and markers in one, all your other crafting tools in one. And again, instead of the reaching game, spin it around. You can get to what you need. I also have a Lazy Susan, a wood one that I got at FabFitFun on my kitchen counter. I have a crock with my utensils, my cooking utensils in it. And if you don't have a specific crock, there's other ways you can upsell. If you have a canister set and you broke a lid, there you go for your utensils. If you have a pretty flower pot that matches your kitchen, there you go for your utensils. You know, so you don't necessarily have to have a crock, but I have a crock with my utensils, and then I have a bottle with my olive oil or whatever kind of cooking oils or anything like that on there. I just have it in a pretty bottle, and then my salt and pepper shaker. So all that stuff is within arm's reach when I'm cooking. It's right there, handy for me. Let's see. Another thing which I've been trying to get my hands on, and if I find them online they're too expensive, so I scour yard sales and thrift stores and flea markets, but I haven't found yet. Mug trees. The old mug trees, you'd buy a set of 4 mugs and it would come with a tree. I think it was they were pretty popular back in the 70s and stuff. For crafters, you can use them for put your rolls of washi tape on them, hang your scissors and cutting tools on them. Or another thing that they're great for is for jewelry, to like hang your bracelets and stuff on. So if you ever see like a mug tree at a thrift store or something like that, pick it up, because they're really great for organizing anything that you can hang on them, not just mugs. Another thing are these, I'll just show you, these narrow bins that you get at the Dollar Tree and stuff. And you can also, they have the one, you get, I think you get 3 or 4 in a package for your $1.25. Or they have the nicer ones that have the non-skid rubber. I mean, you're paying $1 for one versus this, you're getting like 3 or 4. I have some in my kitchen drawer that have like my utensils, like my ice cream scoop and like straws and things like that. And you can fit like a few of them side by side. I mean, I have a silverware tray for my silverware, but those other random utensils, it's a lot better than digging in a whole drawer for the stuff. You know, even like knives that somebody could get cut on, put them in something like this so they're not just rolling around in a random drawer. This is also good for, I wrote down some ideas because I can never remember anything, in the kitchen. Tea bags fit in there really nice. You know, like if you have boxes of tea bags, but if you like a variety, you can just stack them in there. I already mentioned like the utensils, like the smaller spice jars, you know, a handful of spice jars, you know, what you use more frequently, you can put in here. You know, a row of like, I would say maybe 6 can fit in here, so that's really handy. Let's see, I have a lot of stuff written down. They're always good in like everybody's got a junk drawer, don't they? I know I do, sometimes more than one. These are really great for stuff in junk drawers again. Your pens and pencils, emery boards, scissors, just any, you know, your longer, narrow stuff. Just, I think that you're still going to have a lot of junk in the drawer, but at least instead of stuff being in just one big pile in the drawer, this kind of like is organized clutter, if that makes any sense. So they're really good for stuff like that. Also, they can be used like for makeup or toiletries in the bathroom. If you happen to have drawers in your vanity, which I don't, I wish I did, to put like, I wouldn't say the ones that are being used, but your backup toothbrushes can go in here. You can use them for, you know, makeup brushes, again, your liner pencils, your smaller makeup cosmetic items like this, they go in here really nice. So you know, if you think about it and you're at the Dollar Tree, pick these up. You can use them for like a ton of stuff. It just cuts down on the clutter if you throw one in a drawer or something. Let's see what else do I have written down here. It's getting toward evening, so it's getting a little dark in here. Yeah, see, any small items, like even your lipsticks, you know, whatever you want to throw in it, just keeps it from rolling around in a bigger drawer. Another thing that's going to be your friend if you are organizing, hooks. Anywhere you can use a hook. Instead of using all this horizontal space, start going vertical. If you hang cup hooks in your cabinets, you can hang your mugs, and then the space under them, you will have room for like the smaller plates and saucers. Instead of taking a whole shelf with mugs and cups, hang them, and you still have the bottom space. You're maximizing your space. Also, if you can hang a towel bar and hang S hooks. I know everybody probably knows what S hooks are, but those who don't, the S hooks. Take a towel bar. Towel bars are cheap. You can find them everywhere for just a few dollars. Depending on which room you want to put them in, hang up a towel bar, throw some S hooks on it. If you put it like between your kitchen cabinet and your counter, throw a towel bar up, throw S hooks. You can take a basket and hang it from there. Put a lot of stuff in that, like spices and salt and pepper shakers and stuff. Hang them on your towel bar. These on the towel bar in your bathroom if you want to maximize hanging towels. A towel bar, one towel. Throw a couple of these, like 2 or 3 of these, you can hang 2 or 3 towels. In a kid's room, take a towel bar and put this. They can hang like their jacket, their umbrella, you know, things like that. Just, it's all about thinking outside the box. But you'll find if you have a towel bar with these on them, you can really maximize space. Again, you can even do it in the closet. Put a towel bar on the wall of your closet. Hang your belts on here, your purses, scarves, all that kind of stuff. So that's like, you know, pretty handy. You know, especially if you're a renter, you can put the holes to hang a towel bar and then spackle that versus like a whole bunch of individual holes. So it's much more like renter friendly. But yeah, like I said, the S hooks, you can even hang your mugs. Like if there's 3 or 4 mugs that you use all the time, put that towel bar, put the S hooks, hang your favorite mugs there. You can put a hook inside your cabinet. They have the command hooks. Again, if you're renting and don't want to leave holes, throw a couple command hooks inside your cabinet. Put your measuring spoons on a hook, put your measuring cups on a hook. If you have like a stand mixer, the different attachments, hang them on a hook. If you have like Kool-Aid type packets or the seasoning packets for like gravy and ranch mix and stuff, throw a binder clip on them like this, clip them together, and put this on a hook. It saves space and they're easy to get to. So yeah. And I think that's all I have written down for like just general tips. And this is kind of starting to get long, so I'm going to try to really go through the rest really quick. For your closet, whether it be a linen closet, cleaning closet, clothes closet. Those plastic shoe organizers you see everywhere, the plasticky ones that have all the compartments in it, obviously you can hang it over a door and use it for shoes. It's an original intended purpose. You can put umbrellas in there, the little compact umbrellas, put them in there. It's plastic, so if they're wet, it's not hurting anything. You can wind up your belts and put them in there. You can scarves, gloves, any kind of small stuff like that. Throw one in your closet and use it for like all of your accessories. Extra wallets, even if you change out wallets with your purses. You can put it on the inside of your pantry door and use it for snacks. You got pockets you can put fruit snacks in, the little chips, cookies, crackers, the little individual servings. Fill that up. And even if you want to split it up for your kids, like if they're only allowed to have a certain amount of snacks a day, you can the top row can be for this child, and then you put the days of the week. I think there's maybe 4 across, and do it that way even, to portion things out. But even for your sauce packets, all the little condiment packs, throw it in your pantry. You got all the little compartments for all that random stuff that's just getting shuffled and dropped on the floor and stuff like that. And you can put one over their bathroom door, and you can put your extra toiletries, like your lotions that come in the tubes, your deodorants, just all kinds of random toiletries, like pocket packs of tissues, stuff like that, and plus it's waterproof, and they can be wiped off because they're plastic if they get dusty or wet. If you're a crafter, you can put little skeins of yarn in them. That's just a thought. If you put one in your makeup room, you could put bottles of nail polish. You could even put the smaller palettes, like the smaller palettes, you can put them down in the pockets. Just think outside the box. They're not just for shoes. Another idea, if you have a cleaning closet, throw one of them in your cleaning closet. Use the pouches for your sponges, your cleaning rags, your dusters, fabric sheets, your little whisk brooms, just all kinds of stuff like that. Anything that comes in a small container that would get just lost on a shelf, throw one over the door, put all that little stuff in your cleaning closet. Another thing, if you have a cleaning closet, I mean, not everyone does, but if you do happen to have one, zip ties again, your best friend. Take your zip ties and make them into a loop. I mean, don't do them tight. Leave the slack so you have a loop. I just brought in a couple whisk brooms to show you the idea. I wasn't going to bring a bunch of big cleaning things in here. But take your mop, your broom, your whisk brooms, your dustpan, your dusters, all that stuff. Make little loops out of zip ties. Get one of those over the door sets of hooks, like coat hooks, robe hooks, whatever. Or you can even hang individual hooks and hang these up. Maybe even if you don't want to do like your mop and broom, but hang up your smaller cleaning stuff like this. That way it's not falling down the bottom of the cabinet where you have to bend down to get it. If you're anything like me, the older you get, you don't want to bend down if you don't have to. And not like that, if it gets dirty from like your mop bucket and your mops and stuff, this stuff's not falling down into the dirt, defeating the whole purpose of cleaning, because your cleaning supplies are dirty. So that's just an idea. Let's see, those hanging closet organizers, I have one, but it's way over there in my crafting closet. If you know what I'm talking about, they Velcro and they attach on your closet rod, then they have like the 4 or 5 compartments. You can use that for things that you don't ordinarily hang up, but you don't necessarily put in a drawer, like jeans, sweaters. They can also be used for purses and things like that. But again, if you have children, you can put them in their closet, and then for the school year, if you pick out their outfits for the week, put some kind of a tag, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and put their whole outfit in there. So whatever day it is, they just go to that little section and they can grab their outfit for the day. And especially if you have your child participate in picking out their outfits, like on Sunday evening, go through and pick out the outfits for the week and put them in the cubby. Once they pick out their outfits for the week, that's it. That's the outfit you're wearing when that day comes. I also use them, like right now in my craft closet, some of the cubbies I have skeins of yarn in, and you could also put fabric, folded up fabric in there, but that can tend to get heavy, so I probably wouldn't fill each section completely, but they could be used for a lot of different things. So if you see them cheap, they're worth picking up as well. let's see, I went over most of this stuff. One other thing for like closets and stuff is if you have a laundry area, and if you have, especially if you have like a shelf or some cabinets, and it's pretty and it's functional, instead of having a bunch of bottles of your laundry detergent, fabric softener, all that stuff, especially in the summertime, the end of summer, they'll be clearancing them out. The drink containers for like iced tea and lemonade that have the spout, grab a couple of them, put your liquid detergent in one, your fabric softener in one. Instead of constantly pouring from the bottle and having the detergent run all down the bottle that you have to keep wiping off, you just keep the cups, the measuring cups that from the detergents, put them on a shelf, but just open the spout, pour it in your machine. You don't have the drips and the mess everywhere, and you don't have the tacky looking bottles. Another thing, if you use the laundry pods, I do, get a nice little decorative jar, canister, or even a bowl that's open, pour them in there. It's a lot more convenient when you want to do laundry to just reach up in that, grab a pod and throw it in the machine instead of zipping and unzipping those bags. I don't know about you, I don't have little kids, so I hate fighting with the child safe zippers. I get frustrated. I'm like, there's got to be an easier way. So that's an easier way. Also, the lint from your dryer. I've seen a lot of people will get like a mailbox and attach it to the wall by their machine. And then when you take the lint out of the filter, just put it in there, and then when it's full, you take it off and empty it. And another thing, with either a towel bar or a closet bar, if you have space and it's not a rental issue, throw a towel bar or a closet bar in your laundry area, and then the things that you hang up, like your nice cotton shirts or slacks, dress clothes that you don't want to get wrinkled, have some hangers on there, take it right out of the dryer, hang it up. It's not going to get wrinkled. And then when you're ready to put stuff away, take it right off there and put it right into the closet. It's going to make life a lot easier. The next thing is about some kitchen organization. This is getting super long and I apologize. I just hope there's enough information worth watching the whole video. Kitchen. This is something that I really, really swear by. Now, there's cheaper packs than this. This just happens to be something I use for a project. Peel and stick tiles. Take these. Line under your bathroom and kitchen sink with these. That way, if something spills, it's much easier to wash off the tiles. I mean, you mop your floor so they can withstand moisture. It's much easier to wipe stuff up when it spills on this versus the wood inside your vanity or under your sink. And they're really easy to cut. You don't even need a utility knife. Even scissors will. So this will make life so much easier for you for cleaning up spills and stuff like in dust and stuff like that under your bathroom and kitchen sink. Another thing that I use, and again with upcycling, if you drink coffee and you use Coffee Mate, save these, take the label off them. Right now I have quite a few of these in my kitchen. I bake a lot, so I have all my chocolate chips and butterscotch, peanut butter, white chips, whatever in this. But if you have kids, you can put like the goldfish crackers in here. You can reuse them in the refrigerator. Like if it drives me nuts if I have a big pitcher or something and somebody leaves only a little bit. But if you have a big orange juice pitcher and there's only a little bit, pour them in stuff like this. Or if you want to save space, you know, for different things. These can be reused for a lot of things. So like I said, it's all about thinking outside the box if you want to save money. Another thing I use in my kitchen is a plastic magazine holder. And you can, I didn't even take the label off this one. You can get these everywhere. You know, pick one up. As you can see, I keep mine in my pantry with like my boxes of like spaghetti, linguine, angel hair and stuff like that. It keeps it organized. It's not falling all over. Another thing that I use them for, which I'm not right now because I have another solution, but I have, is all of your wraps, your plastic wrap, your foil, there you go. Then you don't have it falling all over your cabinets. So those are handy to pick up, and they're pretty affordable. And even if you don't get the plastic ones, sometimes you can buy the cardboard ones that you fold and put together. Another thing that's handy for like kitchen and other things, a binder. Grab a binder. They go on clearance once the kids have gotten their school supplies, and you can get the plastic sleeves. This one happens to have like a lot of my craft patterns and stuff in it. You can do the same thing with recipes. If you have a ton of magazines and you're looking at that stack of magazines going, oh my gosh, it takes up a lot of space, but I want articles out of it, rip the pages out, put them in this. And then if you want to get the dividers and, you know, put several things in here. Also, your ready kit, like in the event of a storm, a natural disaster, fire, anything like that, and you need to grab important things, get one of these with the sleeves, put all your important papers in it, birth certificates, marriage certificates, insurance paperwork, warranties, all that kind of stuff. It's much easier. I mean, if you have a filing cabinet, fine, but the really important stuff you would need to grab in an emergency, grab a binder and the sleeves, there you go. So that's really handy for organizing. Not necessarily stuff, but important papers and stuff like that. And I buy the glass soap dispensers, and you can get them everywhere. I keep 2 on my kitchen sink. One for dish soap, one for hand soap. And I also have one in my bathroom for my hand soap. It's just a little bit classier than a plastic dish detergent bottle sitting there, and to me it's much easier to just pump it into the sink versus, you know, pouring it from the bottle. Also, trying to see, I bake, so I have a lot of cupcake liners floating around. Well, some of them come in plastic containers, some of them just come in little baggies. Before you know it, you've got all kinds of them floating around. Get a nice jar, a mason jar if you only have a few, or a bigger jar. Throw them cupcake liners in there instead of them getting dirty and thrown away and stuff, because they're just end up all over the place. Another thing, I already hit on the jars with putting the labels on them, but jars are really great. They're even really great to freeze in. A lot of people don't know that you can freeze in glass jars, but yeah, and you're gonna throw them away, why not reuse them? They're sturdier than, you know, and I heard that if you put berries in glass jars and put them in the refrigerator, they last longer. I went over to Lazy Susan. Oh, another thing, wine racks. If you find wine racks at thrift stores and garage sales and stuff, oh, but I don't drink wine. But you know what they're perfect for? All those 5,000 water bottles that you have all over the house. They store in there. They're much easier to get to than being all in a cupboard and we gotta reach behind them to get the one that, you know, this kid wants that particular one, and it happens to be the one way in back of the cupboard. Put them in a wine rack. So that's some kitchen organizing. Try to go through these last couple sections really quick. Bathroom organization. Again, the peel and stick tiles under the bathroom sink. So when stuff spills, you can just wipe it up. Another one, Dollar Tree paper towel holders. They're not just good for in the kitchen for paper towels. I have one under my bathroom sink. I put the extra rolls, like it fits 2 or 3 extra rolls of toilet paper. Instead of having your whole package under there, then if it leaks, you lose a whole pack of toilet paper. You're only losing 2 rolls. Easy to just take one off the paper towel holder, put it on your toilet paper holder. Baby wipe boxes. Okay. A lot of wipes don't come in the boxes as much as they used to, like when my kids were young. These are super handy. I use these for everything too. I have some with hardware in them. I have some with batteries in them. Very handy. And again, if you use baby wipes anyway, they're free. This one happens to have craft supplies in it, but these are handy to even have in the bathroom for all your sanitary supplies. And again, if it's under your bathroom sink and you just take a few from different packages, if you get a leak, it's protected. So it's all about, like I said, upcycling and think of things in a different way. They're also good if you put them under your bathroom sink for a little mini first aid kit. In a rush, sometimes those first aid kits with the latches, you don't have time to fumble with them. But if you have like some bandages and some tubes of creams and stuff in that, it's much easier to get to grab it and get to it a lot easier. Now I hit on like the glass soap bottles for hand soap and dish soap. Well, I happen to have a plastic one. I don't remember what it came from, but if you can come across something like this or save it from a product that is plastic with a pump, think about saving them. These are good for in the bathroom because I don't know why some manufacturers still do it. It makes no sense. But when you get like body wash and stuff like that, that's still in a container where you either have to flip the cap, or I even have a few, which is to me, where you actually have to screw it off. Like if you're in the shower, like you want to screw the top off to get to shower gel, throw it in something like this, then you can pump it on your washcloth or your body poof. And of course you're going to want a plastic one in case you drop it in the shower. But it will make life a lot easier than fumbling with the flips or unscrewing a cap in the bathroom. Or if you buy like the shampoos from the salon in the real big liters, you can put it in a smaller container like that. let's see. So that's all I have really for bathroom organization. There's lots of other ways too, but okay. Now, the most fun topic, makeup. Okay, thinking outside the box and reusing stuff. You can use office supplies for your makeup. I use letter mail sorters for my palettes. You know, they're cheaper than buying actual makeup organizers. Also, you can use napkin holders for the same thing. You can get those at the Dollar Tree. Take 3 or 4 of them, zip tie them together, you got a whole palette organizer. Also, pencil cups. Instead of using them just for pencils, again, your makeup brushes and your liners and stuff like that. And a lot of desk organizers can really be used on your in your makeup area. You know, they're pretty much set up the same, you know, desk organizers, makeup organizers, and they're a lot cheaper as desk organizers than if they're marketed as makeup organizers. Just an FYI. Another thing, let's see if I can dump some of this stuff out to be able to show you. This, if you only have like a small area for makeup, like not a whole table, but maybe a section of a table, or if you have a vanity drawer, get yourself a silverware tray. These can be picked up, maybe not at the Dollar Tree, but like a store for only a couple dollars. And then you've got a makeup organizer that you can set. Or if, you know, like if you do a shop my stash and your makeup for the week, here you go. Throw some palettes in one section. I tried to bring some stuff in so I can show you guys. But I had other stuff on top of it. I'm just going to pull it right together real quick to kind of give you an idea of how to make it work, as I dropped everything on the floor when I was doing it. Try not to waste a lot of time because this is getting long, but just to give you an idea. Oh my goodness. So, grab some stuff. Okay, here you go. Silverware tray. Your makeup for the week. Throw some eyeshadow and face palettes in there. Let's see if I can show you. Throw your lip products in here, some brushes, some of your smaller, you know, blushes, highlighters and stuff, and some liners, lip pencils, whatever, lippies. There you go. Your makeup for a week. If you have a drawer or a small area, silverware. Also, you can use it in the bathroom. If you have a family and you don't want to have a lot of stuff on the counter, like a cup with toothbrushes, say you got 3 or 4 people in the family. You know, say 3 for this particular one. Put a couple tubes of toothpaste here. Toothbrush for person number 1, 2, and 3, and then you can put your flosses and dental picks here. So they come in handy. I'm trying to whiz through these last few things. Ice cube trays. Okay, there's a couple different styles of ice cube trays that you can use to organize your makeup. Here's a traditional one. This is what I use it for. All of my eyeshadow singles. I have a few slots. Much easier than in a drawer. I can see what I have. This can be used in other rooms as well. If you're a crafter, you can put like buttons and bobbins and stuff like that in here. And also this can go in a drawer, and you can put like earrings and stuff that you don't want to get tangled up. Another thing is, speaking of earrings, if you're traveling, get yourself a pill sorter, and then you put your pairs of earrings in there, and then you can find them easier. They're not getting all lost in the bottom of a bag, tangled in with other stuff. Also, the ice cube holders for like makes the ice cubes that go down in water bottles. This is how I have mine used for my bullet lipsticks. But you can the thread bobbins also fit in here perfectly. But I mean, I don't know, unless you sew a lot, you probably don't have enough. But I thought this was kind of handy. Then I can see what I have, and it's handy and could be put in a drawer without me digging. Another thing, I actually bought this at the Dollar Tree. It's for hardware, earrings, buttons, all kinds of little stuff. I don't want to like make a million lists, but you get the idea. $1.25, and again, they have the little hang tab if you want to hang them up. They're shallow enough that you could stack them, and all that little bitty stuff that gets lost everywhere. Here's a solution for you. Let's see. I have a couple more ideas to share. Spice rack. I have mine hung up, so I can't bring it in to show you. I have 2 spice racks that I got off Amazon. If I can find a link, I'll link it down below. I have all my nail polishes on it. So that's like a really great way to display it. I can get to whatever color I want really easy. Large glass drawers. I think this is like my last tip, and then I'm going to wrap it up and do the giveaway because this has gotten way long. And I know a lot of you are going to fast forward. I'm not offended. I just wanted to cram as much as I could into the video to help you guys out. This is my last one. This is the particular one I have, but of course you can use different sizes, different shapes. All those little samples, like if you buy off Sephora, Ulta, you get these in giveaways. You get them in subscription boxes, and you have all these samples, but you don't know what to do with them. There you go. Throw them in this jar. And you can display them and get to them at the same time. Or if you have guests, you can always put this in the guest bathroom. You can put a bar of soap, a washcloth, travel size things, and some samples in there for them, and put that right on your counter in your guest bathroom. So this has gotten super long, and I really apologize for that. I just didn't want to leave anything out. I'm hoping that there's something in here that will help you guys get organized without spending a lot of money, because so many people get defeated because they don't feel like they have the money to go out and buy all these organizing supplies. So this was just an attempt to give you some ideas of organizing by thinking outside of the box, upcycling things, thrifting things, and stuff like that. So for the giveaway, I'm going to offer a $20 gift card to the Dollar Tree. And my thought with that is so that you can go to the Dollar Tree and buy some organizing supplies, some bins, containers, or if you need cleaning supplies, if you want to clean then organize, but just to give you a little bit of a jump start to buy a few containers or supplies to start getting organized. So the winner will receive a $20 Dollar Tree gift card. In order to be eligible for the giveaway, all the usual rules apply. You must be 18 or older. You must live in an area where there's a Dollar Tree. You must be publicly subscribed to all 11 channels in the Collab. I don't know. I'm not going to go through it because the video's already gotten long. All of the rules will be down in the description box as always, and we need a secret word, and a secret word to be entered into the giveaway is stuff. Because without so much stuff, S-T-U-F-F, we would not need all these organizing hacks. So just use that in the a comment down below in the form of a sentence. I will let the giveaway run for 1 week. This collab is going up on Tuesday, July 5th. I will end the giveaway on Tuesday, July 12th, and I will try to have a standalone video either that evening or the following day with the winner. I will not use a random comment picker, but I will put all the names into like a bucket and pick it the old-fashioned way. And once I announce the winner, you will have approximately 48 hours, unless I state otherwise in the winning video, to get a hold of me, and I'll get that gift card right out in the mail to you so you can get your supplies and get organized. And I do apologize for the video getting so long. For those of you that are stuck with me, I really appreciate it. Go check out the other ladies if you haven't, and if you've checked them out and then made it to my video, I appreciate you watching everyone's video. And for those troopers that stuck with me the whole time, I hope you got valuable information, and I really appreciate it, and I do apologize for the long video. And again, if you did get anything useful out of the video, please remember to give me a thumbs up. Make sure you check out the other ladies. So until next time, I appreciate every single one of you, and have an awesome day. Bye.